Good morning, boys and girls. Today is lesson 5 of this unit. So hopefully you were able to come up with some really great details for all the other people working on the same types of goals as Jackie Robinson for social change and ending segregation. So today we will read a new chapter from Promises to Keep. You're going to identify main ideas and key details from this chapter and write a summary of the chapter for the mid-unit assessment. So today is actually an assessment day. So I'm going to set you up with what you're doing, and you're going to do the rest on your own today. So reviewing learning targets, I can determine the main ideas of a text and explain how they are supported by key details. And I can summarize an informational text. So the same thing that we have been working on for several days now, you're going to do it all on your own. So just taking a look at the assessment, I will be reading pages 18 and 19, and you will be finishing or working on an organizer and note catcher. So you'll see, here's your Google Doc for today. You're going to create a graphic organizer that shows the main ideas and supporting details. So I've given you a table, but you should really be able to determine how you set that up for main ideas, key details, okay? Remember, at this point, there's generally more than one main idea, something that you've been doing for days. So just set it up like previous days, okay? And then you will take that information and write your summaries, okay? So going back to those targets, we're going to skip that tracking progress. And then we will move into this tomorrow, the identifying factors for success. This will be the second part of your assessment. So let me go ahead and just read pages 18 and 19 to you. All right. So this section is called A Determined Pair. After graduating from high school in 1937, Dad attended Pasadena Junior College, where he continued to build his sports legacy. Two important people came into his life at this point, a sprinter named Jack Gordon and a young preacher by the name of Reverend Carl Downs. Jack and my dad shared a love of sports and developed a close friendship that lasted a lifetime. The minister earned the respect of Dad and his friends. They soon learned that they could trust him with their problems. The Reverend Downs helped guide my father into manhood. At PJC, my father set a national junior college record in track by beating his brother Mac's broad jump record. One newspaper called my father the greatest base runner ever to play on a junior college baseball team. That same newspaper named Dad Athlete of the Year. His exploits on the football field added to the legend. The Pasadena Elks gave Dad a good gold football and named him Most Valuable Player. Needless to say, the college scholarship offers piled in. Dad chose to continue his education at the University of California at Los Angeles, UCLA. The summer before Dad attended UCLA was a tough one. His mother moved into a smaller house at 133 Pepper Street, leaving the house at 121 Pepper Street to her grown children. That same year, Dad's brother Frank was tragically killed in a motorcycle accident. In spite of the personal loss, Dad started at UCLA in the fall of 1939. He commuted by car from Pasadena to UCLA, where he once again lettered in 4 sports. By senior year, he was named the best all-around athlete on the West Coast. He twice led the Pacific Coast Conference in basketball scoring, won the Pacific Coast Intercollegiate Golf Championship, and reached the National Negro Tennis Tournament semifinals. But perhaps the most significant thing to happen to Dad that year was meeting Rachel Annetta Issam, my mom. My parents met on UCLA's campus in the fall of 1940. Mom was an eager freshman, just thrilled to be in college. Dad was a mighty senior, stunning athlete and a big man on campus. Mom was attracted to Dad immediately. She liked his warm, engaging smile and the fact that he was confident without being cocky. In the 1940s, Black students at UCLA were a very small minority. Each day between classes, they gathered in Kirchhoff Hall to eat and talk. This is where my mother and father met frequently and then began to date. My parents were serious people with strong personal goals. Each wanted to be somebody. Mom wanted to be the first in her family to earn a college degree. Dad wanted to be a professional athlete. As the romance between my parents heated up, so did America's preparation for World War II. As African Americans protested against their exclusion from the growing defense industry, Dad proposed to my mom. Not long after, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt signed an executive order banning discrimination in all plants working on national defense contracts. My father was drafted into the United States Army. It was still segregated. So you can see the picture of her mom nursing at UCLA. And then him playing, Jackie actually playing football. Even though he was known for baseball, his favorite sport was football, which is kind of interesting. So you guys can feel free to go back and listen to those pages again in this video and then fill out your organizer. You should be able to listen to it in the background while you're filling it out. So remember, you're putting in your main ideas and supporting details in this chart, and then you are writing your summaries below. And then we'll do part 2 of this assessment tomorrow. All right, guys, we'll talk to you then.